The business of social media. Who is Quired? Quired builds dynamic websites optimized for social media. We build micro websites for specific products, service, or events. We create video and audio to share your message, and we help broaden your reach through social media and blogging. What is social media? Social media is a combination of online tools and social interactions to help communicate ideas, information, goods, and services. How is through blogging, video, audio, and text, and where is where all the people are. They're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, iTunes, as well as websites integrated with social media. Now, why social media? Well, we're rapidly moving from the information age into the communication age, where the rewards go to the effective communicators. The behavior of the consumer is changing from recipient to participant. You no longer control your message, your customer does. Consumers are making decisions based on credibility, reliability, and trust before talking to the provider. The new online world is about relationships, not campaigns. And you want to be where your customers are. They're online and they are increasingly on social networks. The growth of social media. Here's a couple of facts. Christmas of 2009, 45% of web users used social networks to research items, compare prices, and look for offers. Global consumers increased the amount of time they spend on social networking sites like Facebook and Twitter by 82% in December 2009 compared to 2008 of December. Usage of social networking and blog sites by those 65 and older has increased 53% in the past 2 years. In 2010, Gen Y will outnumber baby boomers. 96% of them have joined a social network. Years to reach 50 million users, radio took 38 years, TV, 13 years, the internet, 4 years, iPod, 3 years, Facebook added 100 million users in less than 9 months, and iPhone applications hit 1 billion in 9 months. The fastest growing segment on Facebook is 55 to 65-year-old females. The number 2 largest search engine in the world is YouTube. And 25% of search results for the world's top 20 largest brands are links to user-generated content, such as blogs, social networks. Here's a case study talking about Blend Tech, which is a company about 3 or 4 years ago, created a online push through YouTube by demonstrating their blenders online. And the net effect of this particular company participating in social media is it increased their sales by 700% over a couple of years, and now it turned into a $100 million business. And you can see this case study as well as more on Quire.com/case studies. Now, how could you use social media? Well, you can gain feedback on your offerings, such as the use for Yelp. You can research and interact. This is an application used for Twitter that's called TweetDeck. And for my particular situation, this is something where I can monitor any mentions about our company, Quired. You see her on the left side here. Now, we also do WordPress installations, so we can look to see that people out there on the internet, they're making mentions of needs for WordPress websites. Well, I can go ahead and reply with them and provide them additional information or possibly interesting blogs that we wrote about WordPress websites that we're building. And you can also take and list all of these particular conversations around certain topics and monitor them. It's a great tool. It's a great tool to research the conversation that's happening about your own business, as well as other things in your industry that you can connect with people or learn quite a bit of information. And another thing you can do is for instance, LinkedIn. It's a great tool to possibly qualify new employees, vendors, or partners. And here's an example of somebody that you can look at the profile. And LinkedIn profiles are actually quite extensive, where you can take a look at their current employment, you can take a look at their past employment, their education, you can look at recommendations of people that have recommended them, and you could also look at their connections, look at the types of people they're connected with, and look at the types of conversations they're holding. So in days past, you were able to look at a piece of paper with a resume. Now you can go online and access just unlimited amount of information on people to get a better idea of who they are and what type of relationships they have. So it's a great tool. And then another great tool is you can also learn from blogs that other people are communicating. So if you have a company and you have a particular industry or a particular type of product that you're developing, well, you can aggregate these blogs through RSS feeds, and anything on a website where you see this icon here, that means there's an RSS feed related to it. You can use such tools such as Google Reader to add that into your reader, your blog reader, and it'll automatically pull in any articles that were related to that page. So it's a way to just stay in tune with conversations as they develop, and you're able to aggregate these conversations and more efficiently read the information and explore things and learn new things. Now, you can also use social media to grow your network. Here's an example of what I've done is that on LinkedIn, I'm participating in a group, and it's a social media group. And so I've posed a couple questions, and I've actually had quite a bit of response on this particular group and some of the questions that I've posed. And I posed one about looking for case studies on successful use of social media. And I ended up having 120, 130 responses of people from all over the world. So now I'm communicating with some of these individuals that are heads of marketing studios and companies that are located all over the world. And I've stayed in communication, and actually one of them, right here, Robin Frey, we're talking about possibly collaborating on an ebook. So it's a wonderful way to build your network. Much more powerful than the ways in the past. And also, these tools are a great way to share your message, to build trust, establish credibility, and build an audience. So writing and sharing blogs, building a network of friends and partners on Facebook, sharing your message and conducting research on Twitter, participating in discussions and connecting with professionals on LinkedIn, as I described, building an audience around your message through video, and building an audience around your message through audio, through iTunes and YouTube. So these are really incredible tools. And now what I've done with this particular presentation is I've made this presentation available on choir.com/IndoForum. That's where I had presented it originally live. And so you're viewing this video, but you can also go to this page, as I described here, and you can download the PowerPoint presentation. You can download audio, the audio component of this presentation on iTunes, or you can print this PDF version of this presentation, as well as participate in a blog. And regarding the IndoChamber, we have also on that page made links to their LinkedIn profile, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.